Hey everyone, and welcome back to the ATD Movie Channel. I'm Tony, and today I'll be reviewing The Disaster Artist, the new comedy directed by James Franco, about what most consider to be the worst movie ever made. Let's jump right into it. So in case you've been living under a rock the past few years, let me bring you up to speed. The Room is considered by most to be the worst film ever made. It was written, directed, and stars the mysterious Tommy Wiseau. The Disaster Artist tells the story behind that film. James Franco not only directed this, but he stars as Tommy in the film as well, alongside his real-life brother, Dave Franco. And the two have undeniable chemistry together. And these were the roles they were born to play in so many ways. Dave Franco plays Greg, Tommy's real-life best friend, who helps him with the making of The Room. Now, Tommy treats Greg like a little brother in so many ways that without the obvious cliches of such a relationship, the Franco brothers pull it off. And one of the things I enjoyed so much about this movie was the quality of the script. You're going to hear me talk about that a lot. I'm sure the story of the real-life friends could have made for like a 4-hour movie, but the script really just covers the essentials, leaving out any possibility of fluff or filler material. The Disaster Artist covers a lot of the references that have made The Room so popular with midnight screenings across the world. It's a nicely told story that gives us more than enough information to fill in the gaps as to what that friendship between the two people was really like. The other thing I really liked about the film was the pacing. We're constantly moving along. From the first time the friends meet each other to when their movie premieres in theaters for the first time, it's just a constant flow of story, and I really like that. And another thing worth mentioning is the excellent acting. Now, I've already touched on it a little bit, but James and Dave Franco are fantastic in this movie. The younger Franco plays a doe-eyed young actor with ambitions of being a huge star in LA. And that innocence that I could only imagine any young actor has shines through in Dave Franco's every fiber. From his contagious smile to those eyes and the hairstyle, it's in everything that the character does. And it's just great casting regardless of the nepotism. And I personally think James Franco gives one of the best performances I've seen from him since 127 Hours. And it's not even about the comedy for me, it's the quiet moments. Let me give you an example. There's one scene where Tommy Wiseau's character is spying on the cast and crew during the filming of the movie, and they're saying some really hurtful things about him. James Franco doesn't have any lines in his reaction to any of it, yet he is visibly torn apart by what he's hearing. How could all these people who he gave jobs to, who he considered his friends, be so hurtful? Franco's performance forces us to ask those questions. And there's a peculiar undertone of homosexuality throughout the film, and the only reason I call it peculiar is because James Franco's performance again forces us to ask ourselves, is Tommy gay? Is he in love with his best friend? I mean, don't worry, I'm not spoiling anything, but the movie does force you to ask yourself those questions. And I have to commend the rest of the very talented cast that also includes Seth Rogen, Alison Brie, Paul Scheer, and Josh Hutcherson. The movie is really funny, but it's by no means a comedy. It's what Hollywood has so appropriately called a dramedy. It's certainly a dramatic film with great characters, but has some really funny scenes in it as well. And what I love, again, praising the script, is that so much of the comedy comes from the real-life antics behind the scenes. It's not a shtick, it's the truthful storytelling of what happened during the filming of The Room. I honestly don't have any dislikes about this movie, except for maybe Dave Franco's horrible excuse for a beard. But other than that, this was a really strong movie, and I think James Franco should be commended on a job well done, both as the star of the film and the director. I think this movie's gonna get Oscar contention, guys. It's that good. So, have you seen The Room starring Tommy Wiseau? How about The Disaster Artist? Did you think it was as good as I did? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel where you can be notified of content uploaded regularly. You can find other movie reviews on the channel as well. Thanks for watching the review for The Disaster Artist. I'll talk to you soon.